Coming. I felt like Northern Illinois dominated every phase of the game tonight. Offense, defense, special teams. Like they were a much more physical team than us. Played with much more urgency than us. They certainly outplayed us in all phases of the game. Give them all the credit, Coach Kill and his staff, for having his team ready to play. I really felt we had made great strides in the last 4 weeks, and I thought in practice this week, but it didn't translate into us playing better tonight. So disappointed in how we played. I know our team's disappointed in how we played, and we need to learn from this and get ourselves back up off the ground and get ready to play again next week.
What about early in the game when you stopped them 3 times, you made them kick the field goal?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that had to be some kind of a. You still gave up points. They still turned into a scoring drive, but to be able to deny them the touchdown must have been a little bit of a boost to the
I thought that in the red zone, our goal is to if they get down there, we want to hold them to a field goal, minimum. Make that the maximum thing they do. So we were able to do that, capitalize on a sudden change, score, and I thought we were actually moving the ball on offense and just kind of trading with them a little bit. And so I felt like in that stage of the game, we were going toe to toe with them, and like I had expected, I think, for it to go.
Anything for Alex, real quick?
Could you talk? Let's look ahead. Next week's the biggest game on your schedule. Can you talk a little bit about Kent?
Kent State. Obviously we got to go and watch the film this, on Sunday to Monday, fix our own mistakes, before we start worrying about Kent. After we fix those mistakes, then we'll worry about the rivalry. It's a big game, like you said. I think it's one of the, one game that the Zips players look forward to. We just got to go out there and execute. I think we prepared great this week. We got to have a good week of practice. We got to push harder. Like Coach always say, we got to push harder than we, think we do. So go out there and just keep the wagon wheel.
Talk about your big run there, Alex. That you were able to get in and just missed that by yard.
Yeah, that happens. I guess he had a good angle, but besides that big run, I just wish we had play better as a team and everything. But like Coach said, we will get better. I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna keep pushing teammates, push myself. Coach keep pushing us. So.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
At the end of the half, again, a culprit.
Yeah, it was 3 touchdowns in the last 4 something.
432.
And certainly on offense, we contributed to that by giving them a freebie, and then they had a couple drives. They had a 8-play drive for 60 yards, and then they had a big play, 58-yard pass, and eliminating the big plays are still something that we have to get better at doing. We aren't eliminating them on defense, and we aren't making them on offense, and so those things have to be an area of improvement for us as a team.
Coach, can you talk a little bit more about Alex? That long run. There was a guy in the hole, and he ran through him. Sometimes on those long runs, you expect him to be, perfectly blocked, and no one's touching him. But he laid a shoulder on that guy.
Alex has been terrific. He's been a terrific leader for us. He's been a really good worker at practice every day. He's been upbeat. He's what you would hope a 6th-year guy would be, and he's a pleasure to have every day in practice. And he, came out in the second half and tried to give us a spark, and had a long run called back. And so Alex has been a great example for us. And as he continues to go, he's got 7. We have a lot of season left here. More than half our season left, and I anticipate he'll just continue to do that. And but I've been very pleased with him, on and off the field.
Getting back that second half. Getting back that second half. Again, a collapse. Is there something going on at the end of the half? You let letdowns?
I've gone back. We've watched every one of those. We'll watch this one again, and I just think it's, for whatever reason, it's a matter of execution. That's all it comes down to is, they run the wheel route. We have to execute on that. We run a play on offense that we've run really since the first time we ever put 2-minute offense in, and we don't execute it. So again, I don't think it's as much something that the opponent is doing as something that we're not doing from an execution standpoint, and we just have to get better at that. And, you know, we want to execute consistently through the game, and it just appears that it's come at the end of the second quarter a little bit more than it has come in some other parts.
Yeah, I was going to ask about nicely running the offense. Like you said, there were some flashes where you did move the ball. You know, he did complete some passes. You know, other times he did. You know.
Well, I think you know, I have to watch the video to really see where it was with Patrick or where it was with somebody else or a lineman in his face or whatever. You know, I'd be making an evaluation on not all the information.
Right.
I didn't think Patrick played poorly.
Right.
From what I'm seeing on the sidelines consistently, but you know, we had a lot of things that we didn't execute tonight by a lot of different people, and then to Northern Illinois' credit, part of the lack of execution was because of them. They ran the ball, and they did what they do, and they came out and throw the ball more than they have before, and to try to set up their run. And so I think we need to give Northern Illinois a lot of credit for being a very good football team and playing like it.
Coach, what about the mental makeup of your team? I mean, obviously as a coach, you want to win. These guys want to win. How do you feel? How do you feel the mood, the mental makeup of the team is?
Well, you would hope that after not having success the past couple of weeks, that the mood is one of determination on your team. That's what I would hope our mood would be, and one of that, you know, that we're going to come out and we're going to get better and we're going to get this thing fixed and go in the right direction. And that's what I expect our mental makeup to be of our team.
Coach, you know how important next week's game is. I know a lot of fans always look forward to the Kent State game. Can you feel that? Or
Well, I know it's an important game to our community. It's an important game to our university. It's an important game to our alumni. It's an important game to our team. And once we learn from this game and see what things we have to do better, then we'll pull our focus into playing our best game of the year next week. Sure, go ahead.
After tonight's game, the Zips, you guys have outscored 54-17.
I'm sorry?
And the Zips have been outscored 54-17 in the third quarter of games.
Okay.
I'm wondering exactly how effective the halftime adjustments have been and what could lead to a real wins.
Well, I would say that I'm not so sure it's anything to do with our halftime adjustments as much as coming out and being outplayed in the third quarter, and by some, you know, and have some things just not go our way. I mean, I think you could look at our halftime adjustments and say we scored on the first drive of the second half and it was a good adjustment. All right, and then some other things didn't go our way. So I think the game of football is about blocking and tackling, throwing and catching, and execution. And Northern Illinois certainly executed a lot better tonight than we did.
Do you think they'll? I mean, I know it's early in the year, but that's a pretty stout team. Northern Illinois.
Yeah, Northern Illinois is a very good team. I mean, you know, they beat Minnesota, and you could see it on tape that they were, you know, they dominated that game. They had Illinois down to the end. You know, they are a very good team, and they'll. You know, there's a reason why they're picked to win the West, and we found out tonight why.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a great night.
Thank you.